Hey everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat, and I'm here today with an image from Your Next Stamp called Sticky Notes, and I just think it is adorable. And now I do use two different stamps, and I will make sure that I put the colors that I use on the screen so you guys can see them. And this was a super fun image to color, super easy. It was a blast. It was just, one of those days when you just want to sit and relax and color something that's not complicated. This is one of those images. And actually, I believe there's even a smaller set of this. Now, I'm not completely sure. I am not part of the Your Next Stamp team at all, but I do love their stamps. And I believe it's either a smaller set where it just has one of the frogs, because the set comes with two, or or that one frog is just, or it's just, instead of being that size, all the images are tinier. I can't remember, but I will definitely put a link for it in the description box so that you can go and check it out, because it really is super fun to do. And the whole time I was coloring this image, I couldn't get this memory out of my head. One day, a frog got into our house, and my son Jesse, most of you know, Jesse has Down syndrome, and he always thought of himself as the man. I demand. I know, Fred, I a man, he would say, even when he was little. And so we're trying to catch this frog and get it out of the house, and Jesse's going, I help. I demand. I'm not afraid. I demand. I'm like, no, bud, stay back. Let mommy, let mommy and daddy, get the frog out of the house. And he's like, I help. I'm not afraid. I demand. And and I've told him and I've told him and I've told him, let mommy and daddy do this. So we're like trying to chase this crazy frog all over the house. And somehow the frog gets up on the fish tank. Well, by this time, Jesse has decided he was the man, and there was nobody going to tell him he couldn't help catch this frog. And so we go over. The frog is finally kind of trapped in the corner up on top of the fish tank. And Royce and I are trying to get it, and Jesse gets right in front of us. And when he does, that crazy frog leaps off of the fish tank and lands square slap right into the center of Jesse's face. And its little foot was kind of like hanging down, pushing Jesse's lip down. And I'm doing this, you can't see me. But its little foot was pushing Jesse's lower lip down. That's where that's how it had landed where it was. That boy took off screaming like a crazy kid. Royce and I are now trying to catch a kid who's like hysterical with a frog on his face. And so we finally catch Jesse and get the frog out of the house. Jesse nearly peed his britches, and he kept going, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And he has this nervous laugh when when he gets afraid, but he doesn't want to admit he's afraid. And so the whole time he was going, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. And it's just one of those kids, your children's memories that you just never forget. I ain't never going to forget that. And we have had, I tell you what, children with Down syndrome are a blessing. And they, no matter, every child's a blessing, but, these ones just have really um, put a smile in my heart every day. And I'm so grateful for it. Here I'm just using my art glitter glue. And I put the names of everything I use. But if you see HBT behind it, that means that item can be found at Honey Bunny's Treasures. And I will link that in the description box, as well as the Mama Elephant die that I use. It says Smile. And you'll notice in the pictures that Well, let me tell you this. First, you can see I was going to leave a white ring around it. And then I changed my mind because I didn't want that. And I could have turned this into a shaker card, but I didn't want a shaker card. I kind of wanted it to look like a window. Or in my family's case, a fish tank. And so I went ahead and I cut it right up to the line. But you'll notice in the pictures, when I put the circle around the ring around the circle, it covered up part of the L in the word smile, and that was just absolutely driving me crazy. So what I did was went back and I went and used some fun foam, cut it out of fun foam, and then found some lime green paper to match the paper in the center of the frog and on the tips of his little feet or sucker things or whatever that is. So I changed that, and you'll see it in the pictures because it drove me crazy. I should have, I see all these people, they have this design in their head and they measure, and I don't have a design in my head. I fly by the seat of my pants. So, but I fix it. And so I just wanted you to know that it's going to be different in the pictures when you get to the end. And here I am just going ahead and going around the edge with my MEMENTO dual tip marker like I do for every image, and bringing it in, peeling off all of the foam tape. And I love those little adhesive foam strips from Darice. They bend so easy around things. I can't recommend them enough. And she does have them at Honey Bunny's Treasures, and I will make sure I link them because they are the bomb diggity. Love them. And here I go ahead and I'm gluing my little frog in, and you're going to see I come back and put my little circle and all that. But I just am so mad at myself that I had to fix it, and it'll be different at the end. But I hope you like it. Remember to practice your CPR, and thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Bye.